is going on, friends and fam? We're here again. It's Monday night, day 973 in a row. Go ahead and check that little poll I put up there. Grab your pick. I'll see you in a minute.
When wind starts blowing, I'm going to find a way. Some night when the world stops hating, we're going to find a way. And I'll keep waiting until we find that day. Yeah, I bet I'll keep saying, I'll keep playing. Oh, until you meet us one day. Hey. Time to stop the hate. Stop the hate. Let's stop the hate, hey, yeah. It might be late, but let's stop the hate.
It's Monday. It's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man.
Looking for another way.
I'm here
My mind and
to ease my mind and help my living. It's Renaissance Man. It's the daily variety show, Mark Pires Renaissance Man. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state, and I'm here with you on day 973 in a row of the Renaissance Man Show. And we're going to get into it, just like we do every single night. And I hope you guys are doing great. I want to say hello to each and every one of you. Just to start us off here on the right foot, let's see. Christine Seidman, the mod of the world. Look at kicking it right off the top, letting you guys know. Give it a like, give it a subscribe, give it a share. Let the world know we're here every night forever. This is day 973 in a row. We're just 27 days away from the 1,000th day in a row, which is going to be September 26th. I don't know if we have anything special that night. It may just be me right here. I'd love to find a venue. Love to find a place to do a show live and be like, guys, look, we're here. We're kicking it. Magooing it. So let's see who's winning. What's winning the poll right now? Right now, it looks like a Renaissance Man rant is winning the poll. I'm going to leave it out there for a couple more minutes, and then we'll see what comes through. I hope everybody's doing well. It's the start to the week is always an interesting thing for everybody. I'm not sure how you do it. You know, you get through the weekend, and then you have to start it all over again, especially navigating. Can't talk much about that, but what we can talk about is the topic of the show, especially if it looks like it's catching up. Comedy's coming back. Comedy's coming back. You got a Renaissance Man rant, but then also the comedy's on its way up. I'm not sure what's going to win. We're going to leave this until 10:33, so 4 minutes, and you guys can continue to push on the vote. Rock the vote. You guys can't rock the vote. Doing over here. So I'm going to play you one song, and then that'll give us an opportunity to figure out what we're going to do first. No, that doesn't work. It's one thing or another. It's either a music, comedy, or a rant. So let's just get to it. When it hits 10:30, which is 1 minute away, we're making a freaking move. We're closing down that poll, and we're starting the show. Uh-oh, look at this. comedy, live music, and Renaissance Rant is still a little bit up there. It's 10:29. We're closing in on a winner. I feel like we're at one of those like circus / like carny fairs, and then like you smell the popcorn and all of a sudden they're doing like a big, which one won? And you throw it like at the wheel. We're doing a wheel thing here. It's 10:30. I'm pushing end to the poll. Oh my goodness, we have a tie right now, so we can't. We have to hold it off for a minute. Let's see, the next vote wins. Right after the woohoo. Get that woohoo. Zabrosk, how about you hit the fan with the woohoo? Woohoo! That's what I'm talking about, man. You come down, you leave a woohoo like that before you go. I hope you're not going for a while, though. I'm hoping that you stay and you hang out with us for a little while. Can we do that? You gonna do your thing? I mean, Zabrosk, you didn't see it. We dropped a clip for you the other day about you and your Grammy. He's always like, I gotta shine my Grammy. Kind of over you and your Grammy. And when you told me you did a woohoo on 3 other artists' CDs, you kind of lost some stock with me. I'm still gonna have you daily to do the woohoo, but I just didn't. I didn't like that. You kind of hit me blindsided with that information. So it looks like we have a tie. Tie goes to a runner, I guess. I'm not really sure. Guys, we're closing the poll. I'm going to count it down in 10 seconds. Let's see who the winner is. Someone's got to get that final vote in. Let's do a countdown. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. It looks like... Am I going to have a winner? Is there a winner? Any other votes? 1 more vote. 3 more votes. 5 more votes. All right, we're going to end it. We're going to do a double-decker. It's going to be a Renaissance Man comedy rant. Mid. It's going to be like a little in-between. We'll do like a mix. We'll do a little bit of both. How about that? So, comedy took over. That's it. Comedy wins. There we go. We ended the poll on comedy. Whoever got that last one in there, I think it may have been Drifting. You won. You're the winner. Yeah, what do we have? Joanne, what do we have for Drifting for being the winner tonight? No, we're not giving checks away. No, Joanne, we gotta have like a furry bear or something. Like you gotta give something away as a gift, as a prize. Like, Hot 97, we're giving away a bear today. Like, oh, really? What kind of plush bear? No, a friggin' bear. Like, you got a Kodiak bear in your house now. Sorry, you shouldn't have called into Hot 97. You call in Hot 97, and you listen, there's an unspoken rule and an unspoken contract when you call Hot 97 and try to win the award, the surprise, and like the big chest, the prize that pops out of the chest. It happens to be an actual physical bear this time. You thought we meant like a big, like fluffy bear? No. We meant like straight out of the forest, out of the wilderness. We grabbed a Kodiak bear, 9 months old, raised it to full adult. We didn't feed it for 3 weeks. It's all yours. We're just going to drop it off tonight. That you can't get like into that. Like that's what we did here. We told you from the beginning. Come on, give us a call. You're on 97. We're gonna give you a bear. You freaking called in. That's on you. Like we can't now step back and be like, oh, you know what? We have to do the contest over because this guy doesn't want a Kodiak bear. You understand like what we're doing here. That's why it's the unspoken contract. When you call in, am I the winner? Am I the 11th caller? You darn right are the 11th caller. It's Hot 97 more one, 11th caller today. Oh, we got you. What's your name on the phone right now? It's Dolores. Oh, hi, Dolores. Listen, you're the winner tonight. Fantastic. We can't wait to send you your bear. Oh, my goodness. I can't wait to get the bear and give it to my husband. Oh, my God. What kind of plush bear is it? Is it one like you got from like a big carnival? We're not sure what you mean. A carnival bear? No, it doesn't do tricks. No. Oh, what color is it? Is it pink? Is it a pink? This is Hot 97. We don't get pink bears. We get actual bears. Like, they eat people if you don't feed them. We didn't feed ours for 3 weeks, but in a cage. He's ready to go, baby. So we're stopping by. We used caller ID. We know exactly where you live. There's no hiding from the freaking Kodiak bear. Hot 97. You can't call Hot 97 and, like, you know what I mean? Then be like, you know what? I don't want the door prize. I don't want the 11th caller prize. I thought I did, you know, but then you were like, it's livestock. Like, you know, I don't know why you guys decided to get like something that could hurt human beings, though. Like, what did you do that for? Like, couldn't you just get something like a little fuzzy bear? Like, I thought you had a fuzzy bear for us. No. We're the edgiest rock station on the planet. When we tell you we're giving you a bear, we're giving you a freaking Kodiak bear. Long razor blade type of, you know, claws, teeth down to the knees, you know. We're hardcore, you know, rock and roll here. We can't do it, you know, like, oh, we gave a little plush bear. Nobody would listen to our station if we're giving out a plush. You understand, right? Plush bear doesn't equal 97.1. Like when we're doing 97.1 and we're hitting people in the face with the hard rock death metal, you can't give away like a little plush bear. That's like a weird assumption on your part. You know what we do here. You understand. We kick walls in while we play. You're in the middle of playing and we're demolitioning, like it was a whole house. We demoed it. It's down. Like, wait, we just started the song. Freaking house is down to the ground. We hired this guy, Sonny the Fists. He takes it all out. One fist, one punch. That's it. But that's a special case. He's a very expensive punch. Some people, you charge like 13 grand to take out of the house. You got to pay 13 grand for a Sonny Fest too. It's just done quicker. You know what I mean? Like some people are like, oh, I'm going to hire a group of guys to come down and raise the home. Take it down. They take it away. And it takes like 6 days to, 9 days. Sonny the Fist knocks it down in one punch. And then you just have guys take it away. So it's worth it because you're paying the same amount. You just have that weird thing. You were like, you just hit one. You hit it once. I'm giving you that $13,000 for one hit. It's not the fact that it was one hit. It's that I knew where to hit it. You knew that old fable, right? Oh yeah, I'm the one guy who's been the master. I spent me 30 years in order to figure out exactly where to hit that. That's what you paid for. You paid for experience, buddy. Look, that's what Sonny says when he goes and he charges 13 grand for a punch. I'm just saying. But look, if you're going to be a radio station and then you're going to do like a giveaway and it doesn't match with the genre of the show, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? Then I'm really kind of taken back. Because I'm like, hold on. We just played a song about someone eating their knee because they were hungry. They didn't have any food, so they ate their knee. And then they jumped through a plate glass window only to fall 3 stories and break their shoulder, which they loved. They like really loved it. It was like part of the song. They're like, yeah, I love the pain. Like it was, and then like, what color is the plush bear? My volume is way down. Uh-oh. I don't think there's anything wrong with my volume. I think that maybe yours, you have to check on your side. Oh, hold on, let me double check. Hold on a minute. You're actually right, I don't hear anything. Okay. So it was, yeah, because I put this down. Let me just check. Yeah. My volume's good. I'm here doing a show. I'm here doing the thing on the right radio program, giving out bears. Just remember, if you call in to like we're writing cards to our loved ones show, like, oh, I wrote the most beautiful card to my loved one. Then you expect a plush bear on the giveaway. Oh, we're giving away a bear. You're getting a plush bear from the card writing ladies, But when you call in to 97.1, the hard rock station of the planet, the song before, it was about a guy who just for fun, he liked to like throw really heavy things onto his knee. It's all about the knee on this platform. We play songs that have to do with songs and people's knees and doing really weird things. That guy was eating his knee. This guy drops like 50-pound weights on his knee. He's just like, ah! And the same thing, they kind of stole chorus. It was like, I love the pain. I love the pain. It's like, I don't know why we do it. I really don't. Like, I wish we did give a plush bear away. I mean, now I'm being honest with you. I'm being honest with you, Dolores. I wish we did have a plush bear for you, but it's a 15-foot Kodiak bear. So we'll be heading by. We got the cage and everything. But look, we're taking the key to the cage after we unlock it and we go. It's part of the contract, unspoken word. Like we open the cage. Remember, Kodiak bear hasn't eaten in 3 weeks, so go stock up. We unlock the door. We go like this and open it. And then we go, okay, see you later, Dolores. We jump in the car and we are freaking gone. That's it. I mean, that's what we're doing. And then you've got to deal with this new friend of yours, the Kodiak bear. I heard you can, sometimes make it your friend. Like, you got to feed it first. Do you have any kids? Like, I'm hoping you don't have any young kids around. We didn't plan for that. That's not part of the language. If you look at the contract, it doesn't say anything about you and your justice. This is given to you, Dolores. You called in. You were the 11th caller. 11th caller. Blood oath has to take the call-in prize of the day. You're getting it. Remember, if I were you, I would go buy some freaking steak. I'd head to the store. I'd pick up like a bunch of meat because you don't want them eating your arm. You don't want them taking your knee out, and then they're going to come and write a song about you. This lady, she got a Kodiak bear, and the bear ate a freaking knee. Yeah, I like the pain. I like the pain. Again, they're like really weird with this whole pain thing, you know what I mean? But like, these are the songs that are written. Like, you can't, the messenger thing, you can't, you're going to come after the messenger? I'm just telling you what we do here on Hot 97.1. This is not the R&B rap one. This is like the new one where we take sledgehammers and we just take down like old, Honda Accords from 86. It's like an office space. We get out there and just stand on top, just breaking them. And then we film it and we go live. That's our YouTube channel, 97.1. Whoa, what Honda Accord do we have today to beat the hell out of? That one. I'm getting into it. Like at first I was kind of like, you know what I mean? And then after you start swinging that sledgehammer and you're breaking a friggin' metal vehicle and it's just crumbling underneath your mallet head, you're like, I get it, And you start being a demo guy. You call this Sonny the Fist guy. You're like, look, whatever work you don't want to take on, just send it over my way. I'm ready to go. I'm into it now. I'm breaking things, getting paid for it, So I guess that's what happens when you ask for comedy first, is we just ramble about a radio station. What? Gosh almighty. Another new bit. Sleepy, right? Well, another new bit. What are we doing here? It's like there's always a new bit every day. Tonight's bit... Bubba, my brother, Sleepy, Sharon, Rose, Kathleen, Grandma, Sid, Christine, and Anna. It's awesome seeing each and every one of you here. I'm very excited. I have to get an album together and out to you guys tonight, so I don't know how long this show is going to go tonight, to be honest. But I will follow and go in the order that things came through. So we had comedy, and then Renaissance Rant, and then it was live music. So we'll do that in this order. I do want to talk a little about this. Personally, for each and every one of us, we are dealing with our own, collision course on a daily basis. If we go through our lives and focus on all of the roadblocks and all of the, anything that deters you from your journey or from your goal for the day, it takes you away from seeing all the opportunities. And we all are dealing with our own personal struggle. I'm serious. Like, if you think about it, we go out there on a daily basis, and whether it's navigating traffic or it's, navigating an appointment with a new client or trying to get a transaction completed or get a deal done on a real estate transaction, something like that. Whatever it is, it's always work that has to be done. Sometimes there's more challenges than you want there to be. And as a species, I feel like what we do is we start thinking about all those negative details and all of the problems that have taken place to this moment. And we start to think, oh, well, I guess that's just the way it's going to be. And remember, if you start living with that negativity of, okay, well, we've had all these other negative experiences prior, so I'm just expecting the next one to be negative as well. Well, guess what it's going to be? You'll continue to have negative, because you're expecting. You bring into your life everything that you feel. It's very weird. I don't understand how to explain why it happens this way, but we are so powerful that our thoughts become things. They become actual, tangible, items you can hold. And it all comes down to, and this is another weird thing, but all of it comes down to never giving up. Because you say these things to yourself in order to keep going. You keep trying to inspire yourself to keep going, to navigate past that roadblock. And again, it becomes difficult because those roadblocks take a lot of your energy. So if you were in the process of trying to navigate throughout your day, and all you're seeing is the roadblocks, then that means you're not even looking at the path. If you pay attention to the path, and you just know there are roadblocks every once in a while, all you're going to see is your path. And then you'll be able to navigate through that path, and those little roadblocks will mean nothing because you see all these other ways around. When you only look at your roadblocks, or if you only look at those details that take you down on a daily basis, then you're missing the entire other road that you had, or the other choice you could have made. So are we on a collision course with destruction? Oh, potentially, if we continue to lead ourselves in the direction of all of those pitfalls. You say, I know another one's coming. Oh, I can't wait for I know it's going to come. Is it tomorrow or is it the next day? No. Start saying to yourself that regardless of every single thing that happened previous to this moment, you're going to make amazing things happen for yourself tomorrow. You have the ability to change the way you look at things. And when you do that, as Dr. Wayne Dyer said, the things you look at change. It's amazing how that happens. You give a whole different energy to those things, a whole different focus. And if you can do that, you will shift your entire life in a moment. But beware, destruction is everywhere in 2021. So, I think you have this potential of going through all of that craziness. And then every day you have a chance to stop by over here and kind of alleviate the stress before you go back and do it again and start that collision course over. And that's why I want to be the thing at least you can trust will show up again for you tomorrow. I've been doing it for 973. I don't have any intention of stopping, but it's the thought that in our entire lives we're so, I guess we give so much of our heart to people and we expect so much and we're always let down. It's always they didn't show up, or they missed that appointment. Oh, my time didn't mean anything. So, and they don't do a show on Saturdays. It's always there's a letdown there, And for me, I said, you know what? No matter how bad anybody's day gets, the one thing that would never let you down is that, hey, there's a live show tonight from the Renaissance Man. So you could stop by and always remember, no matter how bad your day goes, that there's this one parachute here. All you got to do is stop in and pull the freaking cord. And we're going to do something. We're going to laugh. We're going to get into some new piece of music. But we're absolutely not going to sit there and dwell on the negative. The negative is everywhere. It's just not here. I put out a TikTok earlier, and I jokingly, and then I erased it. I didn't even put it out, but I was like, look, I've been here for 973 when I go live today, 973 in a row. This is where, if you're a positive person, this is where you want to be. If you're, and then I was like, if you're a negative person, don't even come to my show. I don't even want to see you. Nobody wants that. If you're someone who's negative or someone who wants to see people hurt and it makes you smile, don't come here because you won't enjoy what we do. We're here to lift each other up in the light, not to pull each other down in order to feel better. That's how you work. That's a weird, that's a weird trait, buddy. I had a friend like that in high school. He would just laugh when people got hurt. I would be like, what the? Are you kidding me? I just want to go and help that person up and see if they're okay. And can I help? What can I say? Is there anything I could say to make you feel better? Because that was pretty, you look like you got hurt. And my friend would laugh hysterically when people got hurt. And he'd make jokes about it. He's like, yeah, I don't know. I can't stop laughing when people get hurt. I was like, geez. It's crazy. It's crazy. We're all built different, but we feel the same emotions. And that's when I realized this. We're built different. We feel different emotions or the same emotions just at different times. When I was reacting to this situation with, oh my goodness, are you okay? My friend's reacting with, it's just a weird reaction. But you know what? It's the same emotion that I would have if I saw something funny happening. And maybe if there's something funny happening, he would be like, ooh, I don't know, but everybody reacts differently to things, but we feel the same emotions. That's why when I wrote the song, We All Are the Same, the words ring so true. It's the only song on the 91 songs that are currently available from 2021 that I wrote in 2001. It's because the lyrics are, we all are the same, we feel the same, we hurt the same, we bleed the same. We all are the same. And I don't know a divine way to live. I just wake up and love every moment or something like that. It's a really beautiful song, in fact. So, let's see if we could try to do something here. I don't know if I've done this in a while. This is a song I wrote 2001, and I just want to play it for you so I can explain why I left this as the one song that was written prior. And I've written a couple, maybe 150 songs, but this one I knew I wanted to put on because of the message behind it. So let me play it for you and see what you think. All right, that one didn't work. Let me see. Now we just need to move this thing because I'm like obviously in some weird... There we go. Not bad. That'll play. That will play. It was a cold and cloudy day, and the wind was in the air. I don't know a divine way to live. I just love my days, and I wake up tomorrow. We all are the same. We all feel the same. We hurt the same. We love the same. We are the same. We all feel the same.
We all are the same. And I don't, maybe today it really sounds like the right word for me. Maybe tomorrow I'm gonna run around in the rain with you. Well, I know my love is I'm gonna be, well, I'm gonna be myself. 'Cause we all are the same. We all feel the same. Oh. Life goes on till I die. Holding hands with God, open my eyes, face to face with this broken man. I'm finding peace today, but I don't know a divine way to live. I just love my days, I live my days, and I wake up tomorrow. 'Cause we all are the same. All are the same. Maybe today really sounds like the right word for me. Maybe tomorrow I'm gonna run around in the rain with you. All I know, my love, so I'm gonna be, well, I'm gonna be myself. Y'all are the same. We all feel the same. We all hurt the same. We bleed the same. We love the same. We are the same. We all are the same.
There's so many songs I wrote that you guys would love. Oh, I wanted to share that with you guys. Where did that go? I found this thing that Jimmy Fallon did with all these funny, what was it, like first date experiences. I was like, that would be pretty funny for us to read and figure out what to do with. Oh, thank you, Sleepy. Thank you, Christine. Oh, guys. So we are here again. It's a Monday night. It's day 973. Who's going to be here on day 1000 with me? Who's going to be here with me on day 1000? We take this world by storm. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Like, you got to be ready for that. Like, I'm so ready to take the world by storm. That's what we do every day. I'm only seeing the path now. That's what I realized when I said that to you guys before. I'm seeing the freaking path. No more of this, like, oh, what about this? Or what about that? Or what about... I don't care. There is a path. That's the thing. Even though the Zuckerchooch and the YouTubes think like, we can try to keep them down. No. They have no idea. It already happened. Yeah, no, they don't even... They're like, oh, we stopped it. No, it already happened. Yeah, I've seen this episode. Millions, like 3,743,263 people are alive right now. Yeah, that number's not right. It's 3,764,263 people. They're all here right now. And guys, if we all visualize 3,726,363, we're going to see it there. Because it's the tuber that's trying to mess with it. You know how I know that's true? Yesterday, our show had a nice amount of views. Since then, not one like. We've had a lot of views since then, not one like. I thought that was interesting. So YouTube isn't, but they're doing what they do. That's why we're like the army of light. Yeah, we're going to take them down. The darkness of the world with our army of light. We're going to go on the street and go, Warriors, come out and play. I'm talking about Warriors redo. Like they did every other film. Let's do a Warriors remake, right? Look, cool cats. We're out here on the street tonight. Make sure you look out for them Warriors. Make sure you give them a warm welcome when you see them. Yeah, oh, cool cats. We heard them Warriors were over there on the east side. Oh, I wonder if those East Side Gazette folks are going to be over there working on their encyclopedias. Maybe they'll go over and try to clap back. Ooh, stay tuned over here to Delilah. Bum, 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 bum. What's up there, cool cats on the streets? We heard the Warriors are making lots of noise. Yeah, they're down there at the Central Park. Ooh, make sure you go. You didn't hear about the Central Park Bandits? I think they may be looking for the Warriors. We'll keep tuned, Sly Cats. Make sure you tune in to Delilah and the Warriors. Oh my goodness, what the hell is going on with this guy? What am I thinking, right? I mean, we just go and random things take place. So you guys know I have to get an album out for you. I'm working on it. It's going to be happening tonight. Yeah, I'll be staying up until it's done. Oh, you need sleep, Mark. I'll sleep when the freaking album is out. All right? Thanks for coming out. Well, you did, but he did 3 hours before he did the album. That's right. No, what are you kidding me? You don't expect me to do 94 hours and then come out there and drop an album the next day? No sleep till Brooklyn? Unbelievable. I'm going to play something very quick because I put this out today. I tried something. I was trying to see if we can find a new avenue, right? I was like, I'm going to try to not do a Zippity Zoo premiere. We'll see if we could just post something and then maybe it'll put it out to all of our followers, fans, family members, and we'll have like a lot of views. Well, didn't happen. I'm going to give this to you though, because maybe you guys, Joanna, how are you? Rose, how are you? Anna, how are you? Maybe you can give this a quick like, comment on it if you think it's funny. I did this specific because it's a short clip. Check this out.
Grand Cherokee, now available with third row seating.
A couple people flip in there. They're not really involved with food. It's just like random stuff. Oh, I was on the street and I was walking my grandmother across the street and I had a pretzel in my hand. Spider Mark came and stole the pretzel, shot me in the face with a spider web. And then also my grandmother tripped over me and she hurt herself. Thanks, Spider Mark. He thanked me. He must have had a problem with his grandmother. Look, you got a problem with grandma, and then you thank me for doing you the right way. Like, I did you right. You had the pretzel. You were walking an old lady across the street, and you didn't just give up that pretzel like willingly. Here you go, Spider. Oh, Spider Mark, here, you want a pretzel? I expect that. Oh, there's Spider Mark. Spider Mark! Spider Mark, I got a pretzel. You want it? You didn't do any of those two things. Like, if you did one of those two things, then I'm like, okay, this is a friend. This isn't an enemy of Spider Mark, you know? But when you're there and you're like coveting that freaking pretzel, you're like, you walking like this, I think. You had grandma and you're going like this. You had that pretzel. I don't know if you were hiding it from the smell, the stench from it coming up from that grate there or what, but you were covering it up. And that's what bothered me most. You cover up pretzel from Spider Mark? I shot that. I got precision aim. You kidding me? Spider Mark. I could shoot my web within a little space. You'd be like, how did you get it in there? Shoot. And you're looking through it. I hit you in the eye. You shouldn't have been looking in there wondering how I got it through there. I got it through there while you were looking in there to prove to you that you're an idiot. You should never have done that. Okay? Spider Mark shot that thing, got the spider. I got the pretzel, right? I swear he didn't care about his grandmother. Yeah, where's my pretzel? He threw his grandma to the ground. That's what I saw. Throws her to the ground. He trips over grandma in the process of yelling at Spider Mark. So I shot him again in the face with another spider web. Excuse me, you tripped over your grandmother. Didn't even see how she was doing. You cared about your dumb pretzel, which was delicious, by the way. Bye, Menon. Oh my goodness. A good short bit, a good short bit, Spider Mark bit. Just you have to remember, guys, if you find yourself in a major city and you you're like really pumped to come walking out of a restaurant with piping hot food, you better watch your six, okay? You better watch your six. Checking over the shoulder, you're looking in the corners, okay? You don't want to be looking like the street level. You won't be looking up in the buildings. You gotta look up because there's a very good chance Spider Mark family. So, you're right in the middle of a bit, and then they freaking kick you off the air like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, what are we doing? I was in the middle of something there. Like when you take the Renaissance Man out of a bit, if I can get back into it, I'm zippity-zappity-zooing this guy in the face because he had the nerve to talk back. You just have to understand one thing. I'm on the streets saving lives. I'm out there taking down villains. Spider Mark gets hungry while he's out there. Keep my endurance up. You better just go like this. Put the food out. Oh, I shouldn't have come out with this Kung Pao chicken. It smells divine. Spider Marked. I'm sorry, that's my Kung Pao chicken. I was zippity-zooing it. I ate all of it. And then I needed something else. So I saw that guy came out with the perfect shake. It was a thick shake. He had the Oreo cookie and cream mix, with the whipped cream on top. He was came out all smiles. Until I zippity-zooed him. I took that freaking milkshake right out of his hands. He's like, oh, you should have seen his face. You should have seen that guy's face. When I took that milkshake out of his hands, and he's like, whoa, my milkshake. Oh, why, God, why? He did a God, why? I zippity-zooed him. You don't ever question God and his mysterious ways. God works in mysterious ways. God comes and decides to take away your milkshake, give it to Spider Mark, and you're not going to say, thank you, Lord. Thank you for blessing me. I get a little perturbed by it. Honestly, this is what bothers me most. I come through. I'm flying through. I see you there, right? You are just coming out with this ridiculous little concoction that your wife made for you. But she's like an expert specialist, chef. And she made this 5-course meal in one. It's a new thing. It's coming out. And you just eat the sandwich and it's all in there, all the goodies. But it also doesn't taste bad. So that's why it was really good. Smelled delicious. I'm flipping through. I'm like, you know what? I can go for some more nourishment, minerals, vitamins. I zipped that freaking sandwich out of your hands, right? I was chewing on it. And you're screaming at me because it was the prototype. Your wife forgot how to make more. She just did one, and it was the perfect one. And you had one yesterday. There was a little left, and you could not wait to have it. It was like the thing you look forward to your whole life. You're waiting to have that. It's like the leftovers. I can't wait for the leftovers. You're getting ready to go and take those leftovers. You came out of your apartment. Your wife goes, okay, honey, see you later. Oh, thank you for the leftovers, sweetie. I can't wait. I love this so much. My favorite sandwich in the world. I wish I remembered how to make it. Oh, don't worry, sweetie. I'll just eat this last one. It's the greatest thing you ever made in the history of time. You walk out, spider marked. Shoo! I take that freaking thing and start eating it. The cry, it sounded like a little baby girl. You sounded like a little baby girl. And you know what? That was my response. I went into the Facebook group that night. Spider Mark stole my food again. That's what it said. They opened up a secondary. The first one's Spider Mark stole my food. This guy opened up a secondary group. Spider Mark stole my food again. So like now people are starting to go in there because they've had, multiple experiences with Spider Mark. It wasn't a one-time thing, and this guy, I guess I'd taken, I don't know, he said something about I took his spaghetti a few years back. He had spaghetti meatballs. Now I remember it. It was from Minero's. That was the best spaghetti meatball I ever had in my life. I was after a villain that night, right? And I had a craving for some Italian. And I smelled that spaghetti and meatball from a mile away. Yeah, I came from like a couple 100 feet up. He came out. This guy thought had one. He thought he like ran one over on Spider Mark. And he's like hiding it under his shirt, because now I guess it's kind of a thing on the street. People know, and he's hiding it in his jacket. And he's like doing one of these. He's looking around as he's going, like he's got like a TV in there or something, or like jewelry he's hiding. Right? He doesn't want someone to rob him. He's going like this as he walks down the street. I smelled that freaking thing from a mile away. I zippity-zooed him in the face, so when he goes like, yeah, the food started to fall as it almost hit the ground. Shoo! I got precision aim, remember, a spider mark. Dude, this thing comes back to me. I'm up there, and I'm in the building eating up the spaghetti meatballs. That was the first time I heard this guy scream like a baby. That's why I do remember that pitch. He had a specific pitch. And he's like, no, Spider-Man, that was my spaghetti and meatballs. I said, you write a freaking complaint on the Facebook Marketplace or on whatever we call it, the group. He did. I was there and he took my spaghetti and meatballs. I can't believe you did that to me. And it was the worst night ever. Thanks, Spider-Mark. Well, don't thank me then. That's what I said. Don't thank me. If you had a problem with it, then don't say thank you at the end of all that tirade. You're telling me that you think everything I did was like par for the course. You know what I mean? Like, I did what you expected. You wanted to complain about things that were in your head. And at the end you said, thank you, Spider-Mark. So I listened. I didn't hear anything before thank you, Spider-Mark. Like, I'm not sure what you said. What did you say there? I heard you thank me. Thank you very much. That's what I wrote back to him. And that's how we have to deal with things here. Spider-Mark is like a very positive person. Like, I don't deal with the negative. Negative rubs off, So if you'd like to try to keep your food, just buy two. You know what I mean? You got one as a backup. Unless I'm really hungry, I'm taking that freaking one from you too. You're there in the streets crying in your beer. Oh, actually, I took your beer as well. You're crying in your hands. I took your hands too. I just thought they would be good to give to this guy, Sonny. He's got terrible hands. I'm like, look, those hands look pretty good. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Oh, those are my hands. How dare you, Spider-Mark? Shut up, stupid. Zipped him in the face with the freaking spider web. When you're Spider-Mark, sometimes you just have to, use the web. You have to take the web into your own hands. You know what I mean? You have to kind of take the law into your own hands in a way. Like, I kind of made that's like now like a town policy. The city ordinance, really. If Spider-Mark's out there, all's fair in love and war. You know what I mean? Like, look, you may be in love with that meal you just bought and you paid so much money for it. It was a one of a kind. It was actually like an endangered species. You ordered the endangered species situation and you're like, oh, don't tell anybody I had to just sell a car in order to buy this dinner tonight. Ooh, they had this roasted duck, but it's not a real duck. It's actually a dinosaur duck. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like a, I can't think of a, it's not one of those. Raptor or whatever they call it. I can't think of the name of a pterodactyl. Yeah, there we go. I'm not saying it was a pterodactyl, but it could have been. Like, I don't know. But, you just have to be prepared for a pterodactyl situation, It could. like really be an issue. And that's why you don't ever get in the way of Spider Mark when he's hungry. If I got to take out a pterodactyl, Spider Marking it, I better be on a full stomach. That's why, like, no matter what's coming out, I got a craving potentially, unless it's like you came out with a falafel, I'm throwing that in your freaking face. I'm zipping it from you first, and then I'm zipping it back to you. So as it comes back, and before you get hit in the face with the net, with my spider web, the falafel hits you first. So now the falafel's stuck on your face, but the spider web all over you. You're trying to peel the falafel out, or try to just push it into your mouth so at least you can eat while you're stuck there for eternity. Look, don't ever talk back. Next time say, "Oh, Spider Mark, here, I got more for you. Can I go inside and get you something else?" You didn't think to ask if I wanted like a follow-up meal? Maybe you wanted a side. Spider Mark, I'm sorry. It was very, very insensitive of me. I didn't even think. I should have put out a spider call. And said, Spider Mark, are you feeling like, you could go for something right now? I'm down here at Dominic's. I'm getting myself an eggplant parmesan tonight. You feeling it? I am. I took that freaking eggplant parm. He's like, no! Don't ever, complain to God. God wanted it to be. Zippity zappity zoo. God told me to zip you in the face with a spider web. You're going to talk back to me? Spider marked. You got spider marked. And now you want to tell your friends that you didn't. You're like, you went on this Facebook thing and you were like, I didn't get spider marked. I left it there for him. I've got the tape. I wear a body cam. He did not leave it. He was fresh. And he goes, no, why me? I zipped him in the hands. And then they attached. So he's almost like he was locked up. I'm ready to take him to jail. Just for good measure, I shot him in the face, too, with the web. Called him Webby McGee for the night. They didn't like that down at the police station. What's his name? I was like, just call him Webby McGee. They're like, no, we really need a name. I said, no, I'm calling him Webby. He shouldn't have gotten fresh. I was feeling serious. I had a real craving for that lemon pie. He's going to come walking out with lemon pie and expect that I'm not going to just snake it from him in the middle of my flight. Oh, lemon pie. It was warm. Just came out of the oven. There's nothing like a lemon pie right out of the oven, right, guys? I mean, what are we talking about over here? The milkshake was delicious, by the way, Grandma. I have a thing for milkshakes in general. So when Spider Mark's out there, the more the merrier, right? There was one time, I'm not sure if I told you this one, but there was a family of 12. Yeah, they all had a craving for milkshakes that day. But so did Spider Mark. So I zipped each one of them away. No! I shot one massive web that did a zippity zoo around them. They were laying together in a circle, crying. They had no access to their hands. And all they wanted was the freaking milkshake. I took each one of them and I did a Spider Mark thing where I poured them all into one big vat container, and I got a big straw. You ever seen one of those massive straws? I stuck it in there and I was just shut up over there. Shot another one in the face too. I was in the middle of enjoying that milkshake and they start talking back. You guys, you're there talking back to me. You're 12 of you. Listen, Spider Mark, if you're lucky that this is all I'm doing. If you don't tell your wife, elbow your wife and tell her to be quiet. I'll do the same thing I did to your husband. You want to get zipped in the face with a spider web? Look, I can't help it. That's on you. I already gave you the rules and instructions. Sit there and be quiet. Don't talk at all. If you do, you get zipped in the face with a spider web. I don't know. You tell people the rules, and then they're still hey, what are the rules? How much clearer could I be? Keep your mouth shut, If you don't, right in the freaking face. That's what Spider Mark does, Spider Mark is he's got to be in control of the situation. I can't let people, mess with my flow either. I think you understand that when Spider Mark is using his spider hearing and spider vision and spider smell, all my spider senses, I'm using them all, right? And they're messing with them by being yippity yappity you. Excuse me. I don't want to hear a thing from you. I'd like you to keep that mouth shut. Or would you prefer to me use my silk butterfly? Butterfly? Really? You know what I'm talking about. Spider web in the friggin' face. Deal with it. You got spider marked, people. And listen, I feel kind of bad on that one. That was my bad. When I left, I forgot to disconnect them. They found them a few weeks later. Didn't go well. But you know what? I mean, you can't get mad at Spidermark for that. Like, they shouldn't have said a word. Like, I was being very nice by telling them, just lay there and be quiet. Actually, you know what? Come to think of it, they did get very quiet at the end, and maybe that's why I forgot to, cut them. I had to cut the web. If I cut the web, then they can get out. But I forgot because they got really very quiet at the end. They did what I wanted them to. I kind of screwed that one up, huh? You know what? Every once in a while, Spider-Mark gets it wrong. You know what I mean? Like, look, I'm taking down a lot of villains. So you have to think, like, 1 out of 50. Like, if I get one wrong, I kill 12 people by accident, but it wasn't really my fault. Like, they had the milkshakes. That was on them. They had milkshakes, and then they didn't offer those milkshakes up, like some ritual, to the gods, or maybe to like Spidermark. Hey, Spidermark, here, look, we have a milkshake for you. They decided to keep those milkshakes, smiles on their face, try to sip them down and enjoy the night. I'm sorry. You can't enjoy your night. Can't enjoy the milkshakes. Those are Spidermark's milkshakes. And I'm sorry, I forgot about you guys, and you're enjoying the afterlife. That's my bad. But your milkshakes were really good, so I don't know, guys. It's tough. It's kind of like hit or miss there on Spidermark. Spidermark's not really sure. Like, some days I wake up and I'm like, dang, Spidermark. And other days I'm like, that was like top, 8 or 9, like milkshake of all time. You know what I mean? And when you're a top 10 situation there, you know what I mean? Every once in a while you get like man, that was so worth it. You know what I mean? It's 60-40. 60% of the time you're like, it was so worth it. The 40% of the time you're like, I can't believe I killed 12 people by shooting with a spider web and then forgetting to cut them in half. It was bad, very bad stuff. But you know what? The more I think about it is when it goes, Spidermark really feels bad, But remember, like, they could have gotten, bit by a spider. Any of those 12 people could have gotten bit by a spider, gotten venom, and turned into a spider as well. They didn't. Yeah. Again, that's on them, Like, I don't want to push, like throwing dirt on a dead man type of situation, but like, that's kind of like, why didn't they go and get, bit by a spider? You could have had the powers of Spidermark, and instead you didn't. And so, like, I don't know. That I want to make sure you understand. That's on you, not on me, that you didn't seek out a spider and have each one bite you until you had venom that would turn you into a Spidermark. I mean, some people are like just not willing to give it their all, like, are you serious? You're going to kind of halfway it? Oh, I'll try to have 3 spiders bite me, and if I don't have any luck, then I'm done with this attempt at turning into Spidermark. Like, yeah, that was your attempt? 3 spiders biting you? I'm talking 3 to 4 million. You got to have a 3 to 4 million bites until you catch the right biter. The right spider and the right biter. The one that's going to give you that venom. And then all of a sudden you wake up and you're like, I'm Spidermark. Or you died. I don't know. We don't know for sure. We really don't know, like, what happens, what spiders cause the Spidermark situation. Mine was blue and red. And it had like a white little in the back. And I only noticed it because when he bit me, he laughed. I was like, what, you laugh? There's a spider that laughs? I got Spidermarked. He took food from me. Yeah, he bit me. He gave me venom, but he was hungry for blood. So he stole from me, like, he was like, shoo, and stole my blood. That's where look, you guys can't get mad at me for, like I'm part spider, like and a spider gets hungry. They're lucky that I didn't make a web and throw them into the web. So they're stuck in it. They're like, oh, somebody help me, please. I'm here in the corner of the building and Spider Mark threw me up here because he really wanted my salami sandwich. Yeah, I did. I just didn't need to throw you up into the web. I was just like for color. I did it once though. Eddie, this guy Eddie, such a jerk. He's trying to tell me that that was his Italian sub. Excuse me? What'd you say? That's my Italian sub. That's not your Italian sub, Spider Mark. I just freaking bought it. Oh, you did? Zip, zappity zoo. First thing I did is I took that freaking thing out of his hands, shot him in the face, shot him in the hands, and then I went, shoo. I shot in the corner, I made a web, and then I went with the other arm, and I went, shoo. I threw him up there. And then he's up there, he's like, oh, you can take the salami sandwich, you can take the sub. I said, I know I can. I freaking just did. Maybe next time you should learn to have some respect for the guy who saved Metropolis yesterday. Yeah, the iron guy who came in the city, tried to take down all of the banks and steal all of our money here in Metropolis. Spider marked. Oh, but no, it's my salami sandwich. How about I throw you in front of the iron guy next time he's here? Look, this guy's got a salami sandwich, iron guy. You want to hang out with him for a little while? Let's see how that goes. I'll come back 24 hours later. Did you have fun? You did? This is why you give me the freaking sandwich when I come by. And you don't get in the way of it. You don't be like, oh, but I just really wanted that when I put extra cheese on it. Get some more cheese. You go back there and you get the other same thing. But remember, if I go down the street 5 minutes later, I'm coming back through because I just took out that villain and you're coming back out of that building and you're excited because you got a new one. Sorry. I just exerted some energy out there. I got to refuel. That's where you get the double-decker situation where, like, the double Facebook post where it's like, Spider-Mark stole my food. And then later, Spider-Mark stole my food again. You get a lot of repeat customers, You're like, oh, I went back in there to order it. They said 15 minutes. I'll wait. Dun, 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 dun. Ding, ding, ding. Your food's ready. Oh, it is? Oh, great. Thank you so much. You come walking over there. You pay. You used your debit card. You cover your passcode because you don't want them to see. You got your passcode. You grab that food. You're like, I'm so excited. Yeah, I gave the first one to Spider Mark, but he's out there. He is, manning the streets. He made the good point that, like, you know what I mean? If I was out there with Iron Giant guy, like, I wouldn't know. I'd probably get stomped on. So, like, yeah, he could have my sub. So you kind of like, you weren't even going to post. Like, you got to that point where you're like, I'm not even going to post in the Facebook group. I'll just, he does deserve it. That's where you got. You go walking out of the freaking door again. Those doors, the ones that have like the bells at the top of the door. You come walking out. You take a nice deep breath of the night air. And you just think to yourself, are you going to get that sub and just chow the freaking hell out of it? Where am I? Spider-Mark! I just got it again! I'm sorry. I just took out a bad guy. I was flying through 15 minutes later. I didn't know it was you. Again, spider smell. I didn't smell you. I smelled the sandwich. I was like, oh, I just had one of those. And you zip, zap, zoo, and all of a sudden you're pulling it in. You know what I mean? And it was a great sandwich. Both times. They nailed it. The extra cheese was the thing. That was the thing, like, of that sandwich. Like, I remembered when I was on my way back, I pulled an extra piece of Munster off, and I was zipping. I was doing a one-arm zip, and I'm going from, like, up, and I'm eating, and I put it in this hand, and I'm going that way, and I ate that extra piece of Munster. It was the best thing I ever had in my life. So, I'm sorry. Then he gave me the double-decker. He hits me with the, Spider-Mark stole my food. I was out I made the sub, perfect sub. I come walking out and Spider-Marked me. That's what happened. So, what are we going to do? Actually, I don't watch any TV at all. I had seen I would say I'd probably seen a handful of those Big Bang Theories before I stopped watching TV. I used to love Seinfeld. I used to love Curb Your Enthusiasm. I used to love watching TV. I used to love watching movies. I used to love watching new TV shows. It's funny, I used to film. I used to record. This is crazy. So you see where I am. They booted me again? They boot me again? No. I used to record TV shows. I'd record series like The Walking Dead and stuff like that. And I knew I had the schedule. Like Monday night was this, Tuesday night was this, Wednesday night, all the way. Each day I had shows that I was watching and I was taping and I'd watch them back and I was like really into it. Think about that. I went from that guy to a guy who hasn't watched TV ever again. I haven't taped a show. The only show that I will watch is The Curse of Oak Island because I love that show. But in general, I stopped all television use and watching. I decided to become the television. You know, there's nothing like this on TV, so I don't need the TV. I'll just elevate and create something that's not available. And hopefully you guys hang out with me because this is more fun for me than going upstairs and watching somebody else's creation, somebody else's crap TV show that's meant to distract me from the moment. I'm sick of being distracted from the moment. That's why I decided to live in the moment for the last 973 days. If I'm here in the moment, then I can't be distracted by their garbage bullcrap. None of it means a thing. It's all lies. The reality is right now in this second at 11:31, we're here and that's it. There's nothing else that matters. Together we can build the most beautiful platform that people could come and feel loved. And I don't know any other place that they can do that. I don't care about your political affiliation. I don't care who you like. I don't care if you like the last president, if you like this president. I don't care about any of it. I think we all need to find a place to listen to good music, to laugh, and a place that doesn't have to swear to laugh. We just come up with stuff like we just did. And again, it's just more, the reason is the distraction is a reverse distraction. This show is a reverse distraction. Those people are trying to distract you from the moment. I'm trying to distract you from the garbage and live in the moment. And when we're here, we do it. A new song comes out, whatever it is, it's just like, it's crazy. Nothing else matters. Sleepy knows. I'm going to play you guys a song. I'm so excited about all the music that's coming out in this next album. And we're talking about tonight, I'm putting it out. So by tomorrow, I'll be sending you guys the link, at least the preview. It's going to probably take a few days for it to go live. This is weird. Like, let's see if they gave it to me again. Okay. No, I had a limited advertising thing. Again, we're just talking about the fact that they continue to try to find ways to limit my paths. Help them find the light. We're going to listen to that right now. That show was so good, and I got hit with this isn't safe for all advertisers, okay? I got hit with the same thing on the tribute to Ed Asner. All we did was say positive things about Ed. We played music, we played a lot of comedy, and they hit me with one for that as well. It's just, it's becoming clear to me. I've never, and they always hit me a few days later and they'll say, oh, we looked your content over with manually and we saw that it's safe for all advertisers. I'm like, I know it is. What the freak? I've never had an issue with anything. They just continue to throw the freaking weight on this show. So that's why we know it's not what we'd like it to be. We put a piece of content out and they're not letting you know about it. And I think it's because we say stuff like this, you know, that here we're here to level up and to forget about the divisive agenda. You know, this world is not about putting people into a million categories. And just because you feel a certain way that you are that thing. No, that's not how it works. When you're born, you're one of two genders. I know that's a crazy jump off. I'm not saying, but come on. I think my son said something like he heard there's 79 different genders now. Like that's what he heard in school today. He's 13. Oh yeah, there's some weird stuff going on. And he's like 79 different genders, I think they said. And I'm like, what? 79? How does that even make sense? I said, there's two. What are you born as? That's the real thing. I told you the other day in one of my songs, I said, like, I identify as Marco Blaga. It's a new thing, you know, and that's what I identify as. And you can't say a word about it because that's how I feel. That's how I identify. It's weird when we live in a world where you can't express how you feel. You can't say back, but I don't agree. Someone said it right the other day, like, are we teaching people to speak English improperly now? Like, oh, yeah, I was hanging out with they. What? I was hanging out with they? Yeah, that's what we have to call her, is they. Or we have to call him they. What? I was hanging out with they? I went to the lunch with they? We're teaching our children to speak like mentally challenged now? Oh, yeah, no, I had the greatest conversation the other day with who? Huh? Who's on first? And I'm kind of sick of it, guys. I mean, I don't know if you feel the same way, but I feel like we need to elevate and we need to forget about the garbage and realize that the reality is we are souls. And just because you're a guy or a girl, you're still a soul in the body. And all these other things don't exist. They're things you want to create attention over. People are always looking for attention. Someone may say that that's what I'm doing here 973 days in a row. I'm not looking for attention. I'm delivering a product that can change the world. And I'll continue to do that every single day. But the people out there that are doing things that are trying to change the norm and have this world get even crazier, that's an attention thing. I'm trying to bring us back to level. Get back to sane thinking, common sense thinking. You know, this whole thing baffles me how we are now being forced through a racial agenda again because the government didn't do it right the first time around. They were part of the problem. We as the citizens made it right because that's what we do as citizens is we're the ones who actually create the things that are positive. If you look at over the last 30 or 40 years, there was a study that was done. The will of the people is never what is on the mind of Congress and the Senate. It's the will of the elite. The will of the people. What the people really want, they never get. They never get. Congress and senators push through the things that the elite want. They showed this graph where like, hey, in a perfect society, it should be like this. The line should be like this from the beginning to all the way at 45-degree angle. They showed the elites are close to that, pretty close. But us, everybody else, it's literally flat. There's no chance of the things we want getting done to get done actually getting done. They don't. That's just fact. So when people say, oh, I love this president or I love that president, no matter how you look at it, we the people are never the focus and they never give us what we deserve. They never give us what we want. We want something and they do the other. They do the opposite. We want our nation to thrive. They give the money to other countries. Like there's so many weird things go on here. We didn't say to do that. Oh no, we felt it was the right thing to do. Excuse me, wait a second. We're going through the worst crisis in history. And you want to send billions and billions of dollars to other countries instead of give it to the American citizens? Oh no, we have a stimulus check coming. Oh really? For how much? How about you give those billions of dollars to us? We're paying for it. You give $1 trillion or something like that to all these different nations, and we're paying for it. It's not your money. That's my money and everybody else's money. We're the ones who earned it. You steal it from us every year, and then you just throw it away like that? I'm sorry. I didn't say that you can give $350 million to Algeria. What? No. Like, I don't even know if that's... I don't know what they gave the money to. It's ridiculous. The money should all have been here, this country. Every citizen should have gotten like $50,000 for this garbage, even $100,000. You should pay us off for the insanity that you put us through the last 2 years, the lies. And this new one, that children under 12, all children should now get the vaxaroo. Excuse me. As soon as we found out that anybody, whether they have it or not, is still susceptible to get and give, that thing doesn't mean anything anymore. You pushing it tells us how red that flag is. How about you fix it? And you get one that makes sense. Not off a first-generation strain, off of a sixth-generation strain, which is, I think, where we are, 5 or 6 in. That first strain is gone. Don't first series me. Oh, take 5 of them. Take 5 of something that's crap? And now you're going to force people to do it? I hope this doesn't get me in trouble. I shouldn't. I'm not saying anything specific. I'm just talking. I think I should be able to talk without saying anything specific, and you guys, infer things without getting in trouble. If you get in trouble for that, then this is an insane world. Someone ranting and not saying anything at all at the same time should never be suppressed. If I start speaking words that you don't like, okay, but I'm just saying something. And how I feel about it, my passion towards it, is something different than me speaking words that you don't want me to say. But the reality is, this is mental. We're talking about roughly 9 months after this thing became available. Oh, let's give it to these people. What about the next generation and the generation after that? We did it with polio, though. It's unbelievable. And the scary thing is I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. I have no idea. I'm scared as hell to get it. Both things I'm scared as hell to get. I don't want to get the vid, and I don't want to get the rue. I just don't know what to do. And honestly, yeah, I think I'm not really sure, if I'm right. Like we were talking about today, kids are in school now with there are 4 people who have the vid. They didn't go to school today, and it winds up they went to get tested. They have the civid. And I'm like, oh geez, what about how many other people that that today were feeling okay, but tomorrow they're not going to be, and they're in school with my kids. And so now I don't really know, We were in the car today, and we were both like, maybe we should get it. I don't know, what are we supposed to do here, And I'm like, no, let's try to find a way to get that thing that you can't get. It's because I don't know, guys. I don't know. When you know this current thing that we're dealing with, which is a different type of situation by 4 or 5 from the original, it's 4 or 5 in. It's it goes back to the other thing. Every year you take one for the yearly thing that goes on here, and they never get that right because they have to guess. Well, you can't guess when this thing is continuing to do something new. You know what I mean? MODOK, good to see you. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna play something quickly for you, and then we are going to. It's gonna be a shorter show because I got to get this album together for you.
Is he your imaginary friend?
So this right here, I just released. Right now, I don't know who said this. Was it Kathleen? Somebody said this the other day while I was playing it. We lost 13 soldiers. And this song came out the next day. I'm thinking to myself, I wrote it last week. It was almost like a premonition in a way, just for the hook on it. But I hope you enjoy it and share it. Ah, yes. This is called Help Them Find the Light. Propaganda's all over my screen. I tune in, I open up anything from Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, you pick. Yeah, it's all the same thing. Yeah, they're plastering the images, trying to get the fear to take me out of my game. No, you can't get to me. You see, we live
You see, you can't penetrate the light we're building here. No, we're going to keep on growing, going to keep on showing the negative world the way to the light. Stand on the precipice of life, waiting for the knife to come down and cut you. You start running away from all the light and darkness that's sending you away. Oh, let's get away. Show them the way. Show them the way into the light. Show them the way home into the light. We'll find a way into the light. Find a way. Find a way to the light. Everybody gather round, put your hands up in the air. Wave your hands back and forth, yeah, but let it all out. Oh, reach for the sky, yeah, let it all fly, yeah. Down your fingertips, yeah, you can scream it from your lips, yeah, you can let it all out. The universe is waiting for you, it's waiting for you. Oh. In the air, wave them around, yeah, show the world you care, yeah, you're not giving up like them. No, I'm over the hatred, the fighting, all of the perpetual hate, yeah, let's put it down in the ground, yeah, let's bury it 6 feet down, yeah, let's move on, let's drop the frown, it's turning it around, yeah, let's smile some more and change the world. Yeah, let's teach them how to find the light. Help them find a way into the light. Don't find the light. Find a way into the light.
sticking to it, yeah, we can't get our hands out, no. Yeah, grabbing you no matter where you go. You're stuck to their glue. Yeah, we've got to get control back. We've got to say no. Help them find a way into the light. Time to get control back, and so don't give up, no. Just open your heart and help them find the light. Help them find the light. Help them find the light. We gotta do help them find the light. Help them find the light. Help them find the light. So that song will be on the next album. You can believe that. That was a freaking pick throw. It sure was. You better throw that pick. You kidding me? You're not going to throw a pick after a song like that? What, are you kidding me? Oh, Aspen, thank you. I'm going to save that, and I will, I'll save this and I'll watch it after the show while I'm trying to get ready for putting this album together, actually. I appreciate that. I've been watching so much, buddy. Like, listen.
Grammarly can help you.
I'll say this. I am here today on August 30th, 2021. I have maintained my strength and my resolve this entire time and understand that there are click farms and everything out there in order to continue to push this narrative, in order to put fear into my mind, into everybody's minds. So I'm seeing it all, and I'm thinking what you're going to show me stuff I've already seen. That's why I still today I'm not doing it, you know. I have no intention. Just what's in there is, to me, scary, very scary. And why do I think that? Because I see a lot of the stuff that most likely is what Aspen's sharing. Like, I've seen it all, and it's like, what? Why would anybody? You know what I mean? Like, why would anybody? So thank you for that, Aspen. I will definitely watch that. Let's see, guys. We're gonna cut this show off in a few minutes because I got to get this album together for you. Let me play you one more track. Can't Stop This Train is pretty fire, but let it flow. I have to do one more cleanup of this before I put it on the album. There's one part here that didn't come out right, but I'm glad I pulled this. So I'm trying to figure out how to put 13 songs in this album because we didn't get 13. I have like enough for 13 based on what's on my phone. I haven't had time to edit the other ones, but this one was 12 and a half minutes from 4 or 5 months ago, and I took it and made it 5 minutes and 47 seconds. Can't believe I got rid of 60% of the song. 60 or, I don't know, 55% of the song. But what I gave you was a super tight version of this. Check this out. Let me know what you think. You
yourself into. No, I don't think you could ever do that. You've got to pick one thing, be the best version of yourself. Gotta let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Let it flow, flow. Let it go. Let it flow. Let it flow, flow, flow. Let it flow. 'Cause every moment and every experience you have shapes you into the soul you are today. You gotta let it New chapter, new verse, new chorus, new life, new experience to feel. Our lives are changing, every moment is gone. Every time I think, I lose my space and mind. And the only way this works, if I stop myself from thinking about what's next and just let it flow. Don't you know it's when this is the best version of the show? We let it flow. Get off at the next stop. You wonder if you will be alright alone. You can take on the world if you center yourself every now and then. You could take on anything, I swear, my friend. It'll just be me and you in the end. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Don't you know? Let it flow. Yeah, let it go, let it flow, let it go, let it go. Yeah, let it flow, let it flow, let it go, let it go. Yeah, let it go. Let it go, la, na, 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 yeah. Let it go, yeah. Coming out from the cold. Gotta let it flow, let it flow, flow. You gotta let it flow, let it flow, 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 flow. You gotta let it flow, 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 flow. You gotta let it flow. Let it go, let it go, let it flow, let it go, let it flow. Let it go, fam, let it go. Two great songs for us guys to take into the day tomorrow. Let it go, let it flow, and help them find the light. Remember, tomorrow I should have a link for you, hopefully, for our new album. I still have to put the album together, figure out the song selection, lay it out,
create an album, like cover, and press upload. So hopefully I'll have that done for you tonight. I really hope to. Guys, you do know that tomorrow we're getting closer and closer. Tomorrow's day 974. I was thinking about it 2 days from now. We're celebrating day 975 in a row, so that's going to be freaking awesome. And we'll just be 25 days away from the 1000th show. It's going to be kind of weird when we get to 1001. Day 1001 in a row, and you'll see how quickly we get to 1100. It flies by, guys. This whole thing has flown by, actually, if I think about it. I'm having so much fun here. So it's not like it's like, oh, it's been 973 days in a row. Oh, I feel like it's been 6 million days in a row. No, 973 days in a row have flown by. I've had so much fun every single night I'm here with you. And it's hard for me to say goodbye. That's why I do such long shows with you. Like, it's hard for me to get off the air. I have so much content I can play for you. And I love being on the air with you and connecting with you and seeing the chat, and also just seeing positive within the chat. So that's why I kind of fear, in a way, when that number does say 3,627,243. I may be doing like 14-hour shows. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna go off the air at all at that point. But in a way, think about this. This journey of ours is like the marathon run to be prepared for such things. Nobody could ever do 5, 6, 7-hour days every single day unless they worked up to it, right? So when that happens, and it's happening. When it happens, though, and we start seeing the world joining us because they finally hear. And guys, understand this. It's an explosion when it happens. It's not like we grow from 5 to 6,000 and 6 to 7,000 over a 6-month period, and then 6 to 7 to 7 to 8. We go from like 6,000 or like 8,000 to 80,000, to 180,000, to 580,000, to 5.8 million. And then the sky is the limit. Nothing stops this show when the explosion takes place. So, I know some people are out there like, oh, geez, I wish. Don't worry about it. Just show up every day with me and let's have fun. I don't care about when what's happening does happen. I know it's going to happen. I've seen it already. The only reason I know is because visualization is a weird thing, guys. But when you can feel like you've seen the future in a weird way, because you've seen the full picture, it's just timing. You're still just waiting for that thought to become reality. So I can see it already, and I've already seen it, and I see the world changing. I just don't know what year it happens. Is it 2021 or 2028? When I'm still here, 2028, we're still doing it. You know what I mean? And that's the year where the explosion takes place, and it goes from X to some ridiculous number in a day. Because the world finally sees the stuff we've created here. They hear the music. They feel the music. They feel the moments. They feel the truth coming at them. So I don't know when, guys, but I'll tell you what, I don't care. I'm going to show up again tomorrow and the next day. We'll be at 1,000 before you know it, and I'll be just driving through. I don't care what day it is. I really don't. I just happen to keep writing down that it's the next day. Oh, it's 974, it's 975. And every once in a while, I'm like, geez, that's a lot of days in a row. But in general, it's day one for me every day. Every day is day one. I come out here and I'm like, we have no script. We come out here and see what we're going to do. We just have a lot of fun. Tonight we did a bit about 97.1. I can't wait to go back and download that one. I cannot wait for that. That's going to be something funny for us to watch tomorrow or the next day. So we will continue to explore the creativity within and bring things to you that I don't even know are coming. And that to me is the excitement of the show. Most people go to a platform, like here's a good example. You go to Wages because you want to go and you want to get your space weather. You want to figure out what's going on with the sun. You go to Ron because you want to hear what's going on with seismic, what's going on with, volcanoes and earthquakes and everything that's important with the planet. You come here because you want to be surprised. You come here because you want to feel positive, but you want to be surprised. You don't know what you're getting. That is the pull. The pull is, I have no idea what's coming tonight. Like, this can be one of three things or four things: comedy, live music, inspiration, some real talk type of stuff. It's one of those things. But you come because it's always going to be something new, or you're going to watch something that we created here. And a lot of times you'll be like, yeah, I was there for that. And that's cool. That is so cool. It'd be like, oh my goodness, I was on that night when that song played, So I absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. I want you to know that. I don't know how other streamers feel about their families, about their supporters, but I value each and every one of you. And I appreciate the fact that you spend your time with me, and I'll continue to show up for you. So if you show up tomorrow, we're going to have another great night. That's the thing. We have to keep reaching for the stars. You can't ever be satisfied with a performance or with a show, or else you won't show up the next day. We've had so many, like yesterday's show or today's show. 2 days ago, the show was so good. We had 45 minutes of comedy, or 3 days ago, 45 minutes of comedy, and then music. We wrote a new song, and all that stuff happened on one night. I was like, holy cow, it's going to be hard to top that. But then we did the next night. You got to come out here expecting to be ferocious and take that last show apart second by second by living in the moment, fam. So, until tomorrow, Christine Seidman, thank you so much for such an amazing mod job. You're amazing. So awesome. I really appreciate you. Joanna, so good seeing you. Sub-Zero in the house. Anybody else that's here, say goodnight now or forever hold your peace. Remember, this is the show that never ends, hopefully. Day 973 in a row. We will be with you tomorrow for 974. And if you have anything you want to see, shoot me a note. We'll have a poll before every show now, guys. You have to decide what you want the first bit to be. A rant, a piece of music, a piece of comedy. It's going to be the new thing going forward. So I hope to see you checking in before the show every night and getting your vote in. And so, Anna, Christine, Joanna, Sub-Zero, until tomorrow, it's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man. You got to go away. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. You got to go